Okay, so welcome friends. So this actually I have planned to make the lecture series of our research methodology, whatever the sir is teaching. So I am covering that topics. So this is just for keeping on reference. So the first slide is what is variable. So variable actually the definition given by sir is a variable is a phenomenon that changes from time to time, place to place, and individual to individuals. So the example also he has given nicely. Now the variable can be classified based on several attributes. So based on the characteristics, one is quantitative, another is qualitative. So quantitative, as the name suggested, so it is related to the quantity. That means basically the variable which can be expressed numerically, such as our weight, height, age, etc. The qualitative things, it is related to the quality. So this variable cannot be quantified numerically, such as the religion, caste, region, etc. Now based on the nature of characteristics, so it is of two types. One is discrete, another is continuous. Basically in discrete variable, it is countable between two certain limits. In between it cannot be quantified. So the example is number of books in a different departmental library. So it is a discrete, either one or two. In between nothing is possible. On the other hand, the continuous variable it can take any real value in between two certain limits, such as height of students. So it can be anything. It can be 60 centimeter. It can be say 160 centimeter, 160.1 centimeter, like that. It can take any value. So that's why it is continuous. Now based on the level of measurement, so that is based on the measurement scale we used. So in statistics there are several types of measurement scale: nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, ratio scale. So based on this scale, your variable can be classified. In nominal scale means it is a particular nomenclature, like male, whether a person is identity is male or female, the caste, whether it is general, OBC, and all these things. This is also one variable, but it is based on the nomenclature. The ordinal scale, so it should be in ordinal scale means, say nowadays in call center, after talking to the customer care representative, they are telling to rate their service. So you have to put 1 to 5. 1 is 5 is fully satisfactory and 1 is completely dissatisfactory. So this kind of variable, it's called ordinal variable. Then interval scale, if you measure like occurrence of some historical events between some certain period. You can take an example that number of floods occurring within a certain interval, say within 5 years. So that is called that variable is classified as interval level. So and another is ratio scale. So if you are measuring the variable in ratio scale, that is called, the variable is ratio variable. So it having one absolute 0 and measured by ratio, there should be an absolute value. Less than that means that is the absolute value, like say Kelvin. So this kind of is called ratio variable. Now based on the time components, So one is time series, another is cross sectional. So this time it is variable with time. Say like you can take example of this is quarterly profit of an organization. The cross sectional variable is this is the variable assigned at one point of time. It is not you are taking a particular in that time from the time series at a particular point you are assigning the variable. So that is called cross sectional variable. Now based on the way of collection, at what way you are collecting the variable, the primary variable is which is of first use. The means the variable whatever you have collected first time when you are using, that is called primary variable. Like you are collecting the database, say our EEE and civil department, you are collecting the database of the alumni with their experience and the skill. So that variable you can assign as a primary variable. But in the in case of secondary variable, the same thing when you are using second time. Like from that primary database, you are trying to find out the person who having proficiency in C programming. So that if you are assigning, that is called the secondary variable. So this is the basic idea of the variables. Now we are going to the statistical distribution. So in statistical distribution, there are basically broadly classified in two types. One is discrete, another is continuous. In discrete, that is first we will talk about binomial, which is taking only two categories of there should be two categories of occurrence. So that's why it is binomial. Another is Poisson, so that is applicable for rare events. And the third one is the geometric distribution. That means each trial has two possible outcomes only. And in continuous, there is a normal normal distribution, exponential distribution, and variable distribution. So this first lecture I am concluding here. Next one lecture total, I will with each distribution I will explain one example with the help of MATLAB. So that this will be something, means we are having a very basic idea of the statistical distribution of each category. Thank you.